My talk today will be on individual differences in the effects of serotonergic anxiolytic drugs on the motivation to self-administer cocaine. So the introduction to this is that lifetime anxiety is highly prevalent in drug addicts. Rats with different coping strategies in a stressful environment show strong differences in the motivation to self-administer cocaine. That is, cocaine self-administration under a progressive ratio schedule of reinforcement was enhanced in high grooming rats compared with low grooming rats. High grooming rats would outbred the rat population, and they also reach higher breakpoints for cocaine reinforcement under a progressive ratio schedule as compared with low grooming rats. Finally, as serotonin is highly implicated in affective disorders, the serotonergic compounds got rid of individual differences in cocaine self-administration. The methods that they used male Wistar rats in an EPM maze. So the self-administration would commence for 5 to 7 days following surgery. The surgery itself was IV silicone catheters that were surgically implanted in the right jugular vein. And the behavioral screening that was given was in the EPM maze for 5 minutes, and it was measured how many seconds the rat spent self-grooming during that test. The grooming behavior was characterized by forepaw licking, face washing, scratching, body grooming, and genital grooming. The different drugs that were used were chlordiazepoxide, R121919, buceprone, fluoxetine, and 5-HT, and cocaine. As you can see here, the number of responses that were given, this cocaine right here is much, much higher than the rest of them, these here. And you can also see that the time spent self-grooming on the high grooming rats is much higher than the low grooming rats, especially with the 2.5 and the saline over the 5 right here. And you can see that also here, the high grooming rats all have significantly higher time spent on their self-grooming in seconds. So the discussion for this, the most important finding of this study is that the serotonergic drugs reduced responding time for cocaine under a progressive ratio schedule only in the high grooming rats. This is in agreement with earlier observations showing that drugs acting on the GABA complex may modulate the reinforcing strength of cocaine. Fluoxetine was the only drug that significantly decreased self-grooming behavior in high grooming rats and increased self-grooming behavior in low grooming rats. Since the self-grooming by rodents under stressful conditions have been considered as a strategy to cope with anxiety or stress, this could be used as a way for human drug use as a way to cope with negative affective states and the stress and anxiety that comes with drug use. Thank you.